Mania show, and today we are going to be talking about something spectacular. Transfer news has been flying up everywhere, and ever since the transfer market has opened officially, teams have been trying to purchase players. Some have even purchased them, even doing it on
everybody wants to upgrade.
Everybody wants to upgrade.
Yeah,
so
it is necessary.
Yeah, so we have two top transfer news that have been headlining for the past couple of days. The first one is Andre Santos from Chelsea to Manchester United, and the second one is Bruno Guimarães from Newcastle United to Arsenal. So let's talk about Andre Santos from Chelsea to Man U. You are a Man U fan, so what do you think about that? Are you excited, or you think it's not good enough for Man U?
Well, I'm having a kind of a mixed feelings. You understand? I think Andre Santos, with the price and the age, I think that's a good is a
50
good
million. Is it pounds or euros?
I think it's pounds.
That's about 60. Let's say 62 million euros.
So actually, I think that's a good deal. Yeah, I think it's a good deal when you talk about the age, when you talk about the price, and I think it's a good deal. It's not too much.
But what I have to say, sorry for interrupting, as a Man U fan, genuinely, before the transfer markets officially opened, was Andre Santos part of the person, from your own personal perspective, part of the targets for your midfield that you were thinking of? Because a lot of Man U fans have been chatting.
The thing is,
they're like, it was out of nowhere.
The thing is, the way the management, the way they're working with the transfer now, I think they really learned a lot from the past experience. You understand? So the thing they've been doing then is, whenever you see a top player that teams are going for, Man United go after the players, then they hijack the player, then at the end of the day, the player gets to the team and you start flopping. So now I think they've learned from that. So they are not, Man U are not going after expensive players. They're not going about around players that have a lot of speculations. They just want a player that fits their system, because the kind of system Man United are trying to create now.
For Carrick, right?
Yeah, the kind of system they are trying to create now. I think they don't want players that have egos. They want players that they are ready, they are willing to sacrifice for the team. When we did the last transfer, we did the last season. The management made mention of something, that they don't want players that they will be forcing to come to the club. They want players that want to play for the club willingly. So now I think when you come to the club willingly, you will be able to give your all, you'll be able to give 100%. I think that's the kind of players that Man United are going for. So with Andre Santos, I don't think it's a bad deal. Because.
But do you like him though? How many times have you watched him play?
It's not about my likeness for him.
I'm asking you because whether I like it or not, you are also a part of Manchester United fans.
Yeah, so to some extent, I think he's going to fit to the team. That's what I am all about. So he's going to fit into the system, because we have Menu, then we have Bruno. So with Andre Santos, I think our midfield is going to be very, very fluent.
So how do you think that it will be used? Is it like a 3-man midfield or double pivot, or how do you think it's going to be used?
I think he's going to be playing alongside Menu. Then Bruno Fernandes will be playing the number 10 position.
But don't you think you guys
double defense?
Don't you think you guys need Andre Santos? I know he's a defensive midfielder, but is he really as good as Casemiro? Casemiro is leaving.
He's more energetic than Casemiro.
So you feel like a double pivot of Andre Santos and Kobe Mino can take you guys to the next level?
Sometimes the mistake we do as a fan is we are all about how popular the players are, or how good they've been to their club.
Yeah, I'm even saying from a perspective of age. For Manchester United qualified for the Champions League, right?
Yeah.
Champions League, you guys are going to be in 4 competitions, Champions League included. You've not been Champions League for a while.
We have Ederson already, which we've already, I think, is a done deal. You have Ederson. So with Ederson, with Andre Santos, I don't think we'll be having any issues with the midfield.
Fair enough.
The issues with people is they want players that are already good right from their club. They don't care
already
about
established.
You understand? They don't care about whether the players are going to fit into the system
or not.
So when you have a player that enters your team and he fits directly into the system, I think that's the main thing.
Fair enough.
That is all about.
Fair enough.
When you have players with big names, and at the end of the day they come into the team and they are not perfect for the team, they start having issues. You can see what is happening with Man City and Semenyo. Semenyo was the best player before he got to Man City. Now,
but he performed. He performed in Man City.
He performed, but
For the first 2 months, when he in January and February, he was their best player for a while. In fact, he scored on his debut and he kept scoring. There was a time Alan was having like a 2-3 game drought. It was Semenyo that was scoring.
Well, that's good. That's good. So I feel Andre Santos to Man United is not a bad deal. So
all right, fair enough.
Yeah. So when we talk about Bruno to Arsenal.
Yes, Bruno Guimarães to Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners!
Well, for me, I don't think that deal is going to. I don't think that deal actually makes sense. If Arsenal decide to buy Bruno for 100 million,
it's not 100 million, and there's no way Arsenal is going to Arsenal that I know. There's no way Arsenal is going to pay 100 million for a 28-year-old.
They have a 60 million offer declined already.
It was not even up to 50 million. I read it was lower than 60.
No, it was 60.
The article I read, it was lower than 60.
Whether lower than 60 or 60, it was rejected, which is not supposed to be. Arsenal are the current champion. You are the current champion. And you are going for a player of 29 years old. Now you have the upper hand being the champion and the player having interest in your club. So you don't need to force the deal. So I think Arsenal,
Sorry, what's your point? You think we are forcing the deal?
Yes, because for you to have a deal of 60 million rejected for Bruno, then at the end of the day you are going further with 100 million offer. I think that is the news. That is the news. Is 100 million after 60 million was rejected. I'm going to like change narrative for you. Okay.
There was something you said in one of our previous videos. Was it not even today? I think when we were talking about older players, and I was talking. It was we did a preview for the quarterfinal World Cup games. Guys, check it out. It's coming up soon. So I made mention of something in that video. I was talking about how old someone like De Bruyne was, all those old aging midfielders, and you said for midfielders it's not about age. Now I'm going to bring you back to it for Bruno Guimarães. When it comes to quality, quality does not care about age. How old is Lionel Messi? He's not performing. He's not Argentina best player. 28 years old for a midfielder. He's in his prime. If we buy Bruno Guimarães, I don't even care. Me personally, I don't think Arsenal will pay 100 million. But let's even say we buy Bruno Guimarães for 100 million. We can still use him for 4 good years. He can play till 34, 35 and still performing. So personally, I don't have an issue with us buying a 28, 29-year-old player.
But what if he gets to Arsenal and it doesn't fit into your system? That's a waste of money.
Why do you think he's not going to fit into your system?
I'm not saying it's not going to fit. But I'm saying when you think about it, when you look at it as a deal, is it a good deal or is just a deal of risk?
So
now what you are saying now, when you say he's going to come into your team, he's going to use 4 years, he's still young, I'm asking you now, is it going to be a perfect deal for you? So that means you are taking a risk. You are not about Man U buying Andre Santos at that age with the rate of 50 million. Now if he gets to Man U and he flops, they have a lot of time to maybe loan him out or to eventually sell him out because there is still age on his side. But when you buy a player of 29 years and he gets into your team and he doesn't perform, then there's a problem. There will be an issue because at the end of the day, you'll not be able to sell him to make money, and at the end of the day, he's not going to play for your team. So that's a risk. I'm not saying he's not going to get into Arsenal team and maybe fit into the team.
So you're talking about the risk part.
When you are buying a player of that age, at that kind of amount of money, then you are taking a bigger.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to say something. This is what Arsenal fans, I think, is more of like a mentality, right? So Arsenal fans always care about what's the market value? He's too old. What if he does not perform? We'll not be able to sell him. All that mentality is mentality of top 4 teams, relegation battle teams. Now we are the champions. Champions do not give too much fuck. Sorry for using the F4, but they don't care. Champions do not care about whether he's young, if he doesn't perform. We let him say it. If a champion team wants a good midfielder, even if he's 34 years, they buy. You understand? That's a winning mentality. You don't care about champions buy. It's back in the days Arsenal will say we don't buy. Wait. It's back in the days Arsenal will say we don't buy superstar. We kill superstar. All that one is in the bin now. Now we are buying superstars. You understand? I'm cool with him.
Well, that's good if you're actually cool with him. I'm just saying it's a risk. And
the Santos to Chelsea to Arsenal, man, is not a risk.
You are now the champion. You have the upper hand. You have the upper edge for players to come to your team.
So what midfielder would
you have to make use of that chance?
What midfielder do you think is ideal for Arsenal to buy?
I'm not saying Bruno is not
No, I accept. But let's say Arsenal is not buying. Let's
Bruno
say
is ideal for Arsenal. But I'm just saying the money.
Let's say you are in position of power to decide. Who would you have gone for as an Arsenal board?
I don't think we have much of good midfielders out there currently on the transfer market. So I think one of the most sought out after midfielder that we have now is Anderson, and I think Man City have signed him. So I'm
going to ask you a question. I think you mentioned Anderson.
Okay.
Anderson going to Manchester City for £160 million, rising to 130 with add-ons, or Bruno Guimarães going to Arsenal for 80 to 100 million. Which one do you think is a better deal?
Anderson is a better deal because he's very young.
He's very young.
Very, very young.
Is he a better player than Bruno Guimarães?
He had performed Bruno last season.
No, it's a yes or no question. Bruno Guimarães even had more stats. Bruno Guimarães had 29. I checked it. Bruno Guimarães had 29 appearances, 9 goals, 5 assists. That's 14 goals and assists for in 29 games. That's almost one in two for a box-to-box to holding midfielder.
No, that's how you see it. That's how you see it. You cannot tell me now that we want to go for a striker. Then at the end of the day, you are saying a striker of 21 years. Then you have a striker of 30 years. Then you are saying
I'm talking about the quality.
Yeah,
forget age for now. Forget it for now. Who do you think is better from Bruno Anderson?
The quality they bring to the team, I think it's kind of a different
Chelsea. Who is the better player? You are trying to just beat around the bush.
Well, let's say me not having to go after a one season wonder player, I will still say Bruno because
thank you.
We've seen what Anderson did last season, but we've not seen what he's going to do the next season.
Even in this World Cup, Bruno Guimarães performed best. So far, he has 4 assists for Brazil. 4 assists. He was the best performing midfielder in Brazil. What has Anderson done for England?
That's that. Actually, that's that. Let's see what happens. We are going to see what happens next because if everybody they keep signing, at the end of the day, we are still going to have the flop of the transfer. So let's see what happens. All right. Thank you guys for watching this video to the very end. We would like to see your feedback regarding Bruno Guimarães intending transfer. As an Arsenal fan, I hope it happens to Arsenal, and Andre Santos transfer from Chelsea is being confirmed now to Manchester United. What do you think? Do you think who is getting the better deal from the two teams? Do you think it's Manchester United or it's Arsenal? Drop your comments and we'll be happy to hear from you. Thank you. Don't forget to follow us on our social media pages. YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and now we are on X as well. See you in next.